It's not enough. You need more and more and more. And that's how this starts to spiral the way that it does. But here's where compliance sneaks in. You comply with the addiction. You say to yourself, well, I guess this is my life now because the alternative, which is facing the pain, which is dealing with the withdrawal, which or the sheer effort of just changing in general, it feels like climbing Mount Everest in flip-flops. So we're constantly complying to this addiction, right? I've worked with people and I've been this person who have just gotten to the point where it's like I don't want to drink anymore, but then I do it anyways. That's compliance. You're complying to the addiction itself. It's not a choice, it's a reflex, right? So we again with the neuroplasticity, we get to this point where we understand that our brain can be altered. We can physically alter our brain. We do this not only with alcohol or opioids or drugs or anything like that. We're doing this with buying therapy. Think about these people that have a tough day at work. You've got $100 in your bank account. You know you got bills coming up, but you go buy something for $95 on Amazon because it felt good just to be able to buy it now. Got all my information loaded up in it, and there we go. Boom, just like that. You felt good. You chased that dopamine, right? And then you have $5 left to pay your bills. It's not gonna work. Or the people who are struggling with their overall physical health, and you eat that sleeve of Oreos at 3 AM. You know that you shouldn't do it, but you're eating to make yourself feel better. It's this constant chase of dopamine, and it alters our brain because we're not getting ourselves to a point where we're learning how to resist, right? It's not a choice, it's a reflex at a certain point. It's Pavlov's dog salivating at the bell, except the bell is a bottle of whiskey and the drool is a hangover. And the research backs this up. So if you look at what's his name, B.F. Skinner, talking about operant conditioning, right? So this is you comply because the behavior has been reinforced in you, right? Over and over and over again, we've reinforced this terrible behavior until it's like a groove in your brain that's deeper than the Grand Canyon. We continue to condition ourselves to a point of understanding that if I do this, it's going to make me feel better. So I'm going to do it, not paying attention to the fact that it made everything worse in the long run, right? Also, if you haven't looked up Pavlov's whole dog salivating thing, that's a fascinating study that they did, but it teaches us a lot about ourselves and how we respond to different types of agents that we reinforce behavior over and over again, and then eventually we get conditioned to do it, right? We treat it like a reflex as opposed to a choice. Okay.